Woo! We just got a new place in Bangkok, boys, and we are excited to be here and pump out some videos for you lads. Magic whiteboard, please. Woo! This here is not just a piece of paper. This here is a tool that you can use to completely transform your life. With just 4 sheets of paper and one of these doohickeys here, you can rewire your mind, get rid of any limiting beliefs that are holding you back, and live the life you actually want. So let me show you how to do that right now. First thing I want you to do, grab 4 pieces of paper and a pen, sit down and write your first list. We are gonna call this first list the guilt sheet. Write that in big, bold letters right up the top of the page. On this piece of paper, what I want you to do is I want you to write down absolutely anything that you currently harbor any feelings of guilt about, big or small. The reason why we need to do this is we need to get it out of our mind and decide that we're not actually going to allow ourselves to feel guilty about these things anymore. Because when we go into the world and we want to go chase something, we want to achieve something big, we want to get a new house in Bangkok, woo, all that fun stuff. If we have feelings of guilt, our subconscious mind is actually going to come around and punish us by trying to stop us from achieving the things that we want. Because subconsciously, we're going to feel like we do not actually deserve these things, and so we're going to stop ourselves from obtaining them. So on this sheet, write anything you feel guilty about, big or small, because we've all done things in our life we're not proud about. We've all done things in our life that we feel we deserve punishment for, but we're going to get it out on the piece of paper. Once we've dumped it all there, we're actually going to take the piece of paper, burn it, or if you're not as dramatic as that, rip it up, throw it in the trash, and let go of that stuff completely. Moving forward from this point on, we're going to live a life which we deem righteous. We're going to try and only do good by people, and we're not going to do things which will give us any feelings of guilt. Once you've done that, second page we're going to write down, second A4 piece of paper, I want you to write at the top, energy drains. On this piece of paper, we are going to write down absolutely anything and everything that we feel drains our energy. These can be people, these can be places, this can be the job that you're working, this can be habits we have, this can even be thoughts in our own mind. Anything at all that you feel like once you've done it, once you've thought about it, or once you've been with that person, if you feel like you've got less energy or less power before that interaction, we're going to just dump it all out on this piece of paper. Once you've done that, go through the list and start figuring out ways to cut off each and every one of these things. I had some friends in Australia which I liked. I thought they were good guys and I wanted to see the best for them. But if I'd hang out with them, I would feel them draining my energy and I could not operate at the same level that I knew I needed to. So while it might hurt at the time, trust me, it is so much better for you long term. And you don't have to go up to them and say, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore. It might be something as simple as stop messaging them on Friday nights, seeing if they want to hang out. I'm not telling you to go and kick your day ones into the ground. Let's just be a little bit more careful about who we're giving our energy to, because we've got to look after ourselves first. You would be surprised the amount of effort and energy it actually takes to achieve the things you want to achieve. So let's protect that. This is our battery here, and as a result of this, it's going to go fuel all the way up. List 2 done, moving on, list 3. Your third piece of paper, we are going to list our strengths and assets. Oh yeah. Oh, another guarantee for you boys. If you do these 4 lists, you can get yourself a hot girlfriend. Just like this. Look at her go. Don't you want one of those? Exactly. Pay attention. Now we've got rid of the negative things. Let's get some positivity in. Let's get that energy. Let's get that power, that testosterone right through the roof. Strengths and assets. I want you to list everything that you're good at or everything you have available to you which you can leverage to create the life that you want to live. And while you're doing this, lads, do not be afraid to take some credit for the things you've achieved or the things you know you can do. When I was a teenager, I was terrified to take credit. I kept saying, oh, I must have gotten lucky then, or if I take credit for this, people are going to tell me to be humble. We've had enough of that. Throw it out the window. It's time to actually tap into our power and say, you know what, I can do this, and have one of those if you tell me I can't. If we don't adopt that mindset, we're not going to get very far. If we start listening to everyone who tells us we can't do things, we're going to get absolutely nowhere. So again, anything at all, big or small, list it down there, and this will give you a nice overview of the direction you can go, the skills that you have. You can say, okay, I can put these things together and I've already got a business. I've got a skill set I can take over here. Makes it nice and easy. 90% of us are sitting on unlimited, untapped power. So by completing this, we're going to delve into that. We're going to see what we actually have, and we're going to take it with us and go all the way to the moon, baby. Once you've done that, list 4, fourth piece of paper. This is where we are going to create our dream avatar. This is where we write down the person that we want to be, what they look like, what they smell like, what they do each day, the people they hang out with, what they do for work, how much money do they have, what car do they drive, do they have a cool place in Bangkok? I'm going to keep going back to that because I'm so in love with it. Be as specific as you can when you build this, because ideally what we want is we don't just want this on a piece of paper. We want to cement this in our mind. This needs to be something that you can come back to and read and get excited about and get locked into your mind, so it's really the only thing you care about in your day to day. I want you to read it so much that when you wake up in the morning, boom, it's in your mind straight away, you're excited about it, and you're ready to go. And when you write this down, really take some time to yourself and think about it. Think about, what do you actually want? Because even when we go onto the internet and we see these guys with flashy cars saying, I want this, you want this, we're still being programmed to someone else's way of thinking. So when you're doing this, please sit down without your phone, without any of these distractions, and just think about yourself. Be completely selfish when you do this. You only have one life, and even if you want to go out and spend it helping other people, you still need to help yourself first to be able to get yourself into a position where you can help other people. These 4 lists by themselves are completely and absolutely going to transform your life. But I want to give you one more as a reward for sticking around to the rest of this video. So get yourself a 5th piece of paper. I know we're burning through trees here. The climate activists are going to hate us, but they can take one of them. We're out here to get rich and live the life we want. List 5 is going to be simply a brain dump. Anything in your mind which you think about day to day, or that you're thinking about right now, which has not already fit into one of these 4 categories, write it down here, blurt it out of your mind, just empty out your brain completely. And then you can look through this list, and I promise you, you will be so surprised at how much stuff is on there which absolutely, completely does not matter. So what we're going to do with those ones, we're going to cross them out, we're going to throw them away, and we're never going to think about them again. Our only focus now is just on the things that matter, and just on the things which are going to get us to where that guy in list 4 needs to be. And this brain dump list is something that we can actually do daily even. If you get yourself a diary and you just write 3 pages, I'm not talking like, a dear diary, today I'm going to go see my friends for morning tea. Not like that. We're just going to write a page complaining about everything, dumping it out of the brain, and then you'll be surprised at how easily the solutions flow to you once we've freed up that mental real estate. And that's really it, boys. 4, 5 pieces of paper, a pen, the teeniest, tiniest bit of discipline to actually go through and write these things down, and your life will never be the same again. This is a massive ROI activity. Spend it half an hour doing this, and boom, instantly transformed. So I hope you enjoyed this, boys. If you got some value, make sure you subscribe. You now owe me that, because I'm going to be dropping videos every single day, delving into these things that have helped me be where I am now, again, in a new place in Bangkok, and I'm absolutely loving it. So drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, share it to your mum, share it to your nan, all that good stuff. And as always, boys, I'll see you in the next video.